Philly fan. Philly fan.
Alright, so fast forward a little bit from that, you back in the city, back to the grind doing you, and Meek start coming along a little bit at this time. He start getting popping, and y'all had a little relationship or whatever. Before the beef, you know, everybody know about y'all. You had threw some shots at him, but before this, y'all actually was cool. So speak on like when y'all met, how y'all was alright and all that.
Yeah, I definitely wanna. That's one of the things that definitely need to be told because it was a narrative painted that I came at him for no reason, and niggas. It's just one thing I do respect about fans. Fans definitely gonna hold they favorite artists down, but they could also help paint a false narrative and make people believe something that wasn't true. So I'm gonna start from when Meek started to come up. When Meek started to come up, I'm on fire. You know what I'm saying? And I remember coming back from Cali when we was on the first tour. And the mixtapes was hitting the city. All the Black Wall Street mixtapes was hitting the city. So everybody had them. And the niggas knew I was dicking them Jones over. So around this time, I come back to the city. I got my first Black Wall piece made by Jacob, the jeweler. I got that piece on. You know, it was summertime. I'm a little stocky from being out there with them niggas on that West Coast shit, pumping iron in the fucking, in front of the crib. You know what I'm saying? And it was a Philly Hip Hop Awards. And I had got like 2 or 3 awards that night, and there was a lot of people there, man. Like down there, it was only probably like a couple people missing. Everybody was there at that Philly Hip Hop Awards, cause back then, Larry used to control them Jones, and he used to run flow. So them shits used to be rolling, they used to be popping, and everybody was there, and everybody would come out. And I believe it was a battle award, and around this time, Dollars was coming up, and him and Meek for some reason got put neck and neck, but I was always ahead of those guys. You know what I'm saying? I believe it was a battle award, and I was like, nah, y'all not gonna make me battle for no battle award. Besides, where my mental at right now, I don't even want to battle niggas from my city no more. Like, I'm on some other shit. I'm on some support the city and help build the city. What the fuck I'm gonna keep battling niggas from here for? You know what I'm saying? So, you know, the whole crowd go crazy, they clapping, but I'm like, I'm not gonna act like I ain't gonna hype another nigga to do it though. So I'm like, where my young boy Meek at? You know what I'm saying? And around this time, you know, we did kind of have that relationship where it was cool for me to say where my young boy at. It wasn't like I was saying he was my young boy, but he was like a year or 2 younger than me. You know what I'm saying? So it was like, where my young boy at? And well, as far as I think it was like, because I was buzzing first, because we was always like all around the same age, for real. But because I was buzzing first, and niggas respected that, it was okay for me to be like, where my young boy at? You know what I mean? And I pulled him up on stage and shit, you know what I'm saying? And around this time, I got all the lights on me, you know, and his mom and his sister had came up to me and shit after the show. And I hyped up Meek on stage and all that, and they basically gave me a hug and was like, yo, we gon' forever have love for you and respect you for that. Don't nobody really show Meek that kind of love. That, you know, that's doing something, that got a name here, we just really respect you for that. And I'm like, nah, that ain't about nothing. Like, I got love for Meek, like, you know, we gonna be good, like, you know what I'm saying? And if I got anything to do with it, I'm always look out for him. And he knew that, you know, and the first time I seen that Meek was worrying about perception and rap competition and just things that Philly rappers worry a little bit too much about, to me. The first time I saw it is when I told him to come to the studio and let's do this back and forth with Young Bob. And when we was doing it, we was probably halfway through it. We was going like 4-4, 4-4, 8-8, 4-4, 2-2, 4-4. When we got to like the middle of it, Meek stopped, was like, nah, man, I gotta come harder. I'm gonna come back and lay the rest of my shit. And the boy never came back to lay that shit. And that's when I kind of knew that he was worrying about perception and, you know, rap competition and what people gonna say. Oh, it's Meek, you got left on that track by Sis, or you ain't go as hard as Sis did. And, you know, because I was known for that. And it was like, I'm thinking in my head, like, Meek, it don't matter what motherfuckers talking about, nigga. Like, this is what matter. Like, we coming together, and it's two hot niggas with two names that's coming together and saying fuck beefing, and we doing shit together. That's gonna matter more than these niggas talking about who had the better verse. Fuck all that. Sometimes you're gonna get left, sometimes you're gonna keep up. It just depends on where you at for the day. It don't take away from you and what you doing and your grind and how hot you is, you know what I'm saying? So probably like along after that, I guess I kind of waited for him to just be ready to do it. And I think the last time, the first time after that he decided to do something was that on the block with the, you know what I mean? Like
yeah, I be, you know what? And we be,
that joint. And I think it was like me and Had and Dunn on there. You know, he asked me to do that one, so I was like, all right, cool. You know, but me and Meek always had a tight relationship. We was always cool, man. You know, back in the day, it was this young boy spot down north called the Hideaway on like 19th and Cecil B. Moore and shit. And we used to always go there to party and shit, you know what I'm saying? And niggas look out for each other, make sure everybody good, you know. I come through with the block and, you know, his block, you know. It was always love, man, and since we was babies for real, you know what I mean? And we used to be in them Hideaway parties, you know, getting wallies and shit from the little babes and shit, and then come outside and just start a big ass cypher and end up battling niggas and all that. You know, that was what we did down there, you know. So we had a real cool relationship that even carried on into, you know, him building more of his success sheet. You know, me, him, and Gil got a lot of records together, and you know, it just always was cool. I never really seen shit going left with him until I realized, you know, he kind of grew a chip on his shoulder, man. You know, he was like, now it's about to be my turn, and I ain't gonna be the nigga in the back. You know what I mean? And after that, it was like he had his ways about him. You know, it was funny cause niggas thought I was dissing him when I was responding to the nigga posting my picture on his Instagram, going crazy on me, like, look at this punk talking shit. I'm like, look at this punk talking shit. I was pissed. I'm like, yo, what the fuck is he doing that for? So it took me a little minute, a couple hours to find out what the fuck that was stemming from. And come to find out, it stemmed from a text message. See, Meek ain't gonna tell y'all this. He gonna act like the victim, like I was gunning on him for no reason. It started from a text message. I believe it started with my old head. I remember this was when, because remember Meek and Gil was going at each other for a little second. And beefing and shit. And around that time, my old head was always with Gil. So my old head would text me, I'd text him back like, yo, what's up with Gil letting me burn him, man? What, do you need some help? You want me to help him? Just fucking with him on the text, like, you know what I'm saying? Because I could play with Gil like that. Like, I could play with Gil like that. Been recording with Major Figures as a group since I was 16 years old. I was the youngest nigga since Chops and Rucky to record with Major Figures. And niggas be acting like, nigga, stop it. If I feel like I want to text that to my old head, because make sure Gil get that. I'm fucking with Gil. I could do shit like that. But I don't know how the fuck that text message got to my old rap partner. Somebody was being funny, tisk, 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 trying to start some shit. Yeah, we found out. And I don't know how that got to my old rap partner. And then which got to Louis V. Then which got to Meek Mill, all out of context. And Meek could have called me like, sis, what's up with this text message, fool? It's like, nigga, if you read the text message, I'm actually fucking with Gil about you getting him, like, in the battle, like you're winning the battle, like, that's what I was saying. So it's like hot-headed like that, and just post my picture on his gram and start going in on me without reaching out to me, like, yo, what's up with this text message, bro? I would have told him, like, nigga, I'm playing on that joint. You think I'ma really bomb on you for Gil? And we all on What's Up right now, that's playing on fucking the Come Up show. What's up? That's me, Gil, and Meek record. What the fuck I look like getting in y'all shit, picking sides and dissing one of y'all for something like, stop it. No, nigga, no. So that shit could have got squashed before the nigga even. I just know where he was at. He probably was in, I watched the recent Meek Mill interview, and he was talking about, he was in his perk bag back then, and he was just snapping at everything moving and wigging on everything moving. Anything looked like somebody was coming at him, he was dead on it. And I guess that text message fit right into the fucking category of somebody just coming at him, you know what I'm saying? And he took it upon himself to start that shit. I ain't start that shit. I was defending myself. Like, what the fuck? This nigga right here got fucking 2 million fans and gonna post my picture up there talking about, look at this punk. They're like talking about I had fake Jordans on, and the Jordans just came out in the stores. They were Spike Lee's. They were the fucking American flag Jordans with the Spike Lee on the face. Don't nobody buy no fake Jordans no more, bro. Like, niggas used to do that shit when it was bucks. You think you see some exclusive color because the African man got the Jones on the back of the van and all that. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, nigga, please. So, and then on top of that, I had the dog pound chain on with the Black Wall Street chain on, the New John. And just to see him going in on me like that without a care, I was like, yo, this nigga, he drawn. And then he was kind of argumentative, and I'm not gonna argue with that man and talk some old gangster shit and all that on no Twitter and all that. Like, nigga, I got love for you. What the fuck is we doing right now? I know how to make you stop. Watch this. Go right to the studio. He gonna shut right the fuck up as soon as this drop.
Young Bob and Bam say no more, gave you a spot. Me and Jahad co-signed you, Gil and Cass made you pop. Chris, Petey, and Neef helped your cred in the street. Charlie Mack put you on, Cosmic Kev made you hot.
Guaranteed. And he stopped. And that's all I cared about. I ain't cared nothing about getting no buzz off that bullshit. Cause like I said, I got love for that nigga. And he can attest to this too. I'm pretty sure he know what I'm talking about when I say that text message is what pissed him off. We found out. So yeah, I was just defending myself.
So did y'all ever talk and squash it, or just like kind of time pass?
Not yet. I already know it. We are, cause we had a small falling out before. It's always rap competition when it come to me and motherfucking rappers, man. Cause it's like whatever there's a top rapper, I'm not too far from the top if I'm not at the top. That's basically how it worked with my career, and I always end up just being in these dumbass competitive rap beefs, or these rap quarrels, or rap misunderstandings. It all be from rap. It don't be from nothing personal, And I'm pretty sure that me and the nigga probably gonna end up squaring this shit away. It didn't hurt him. He ain't died from it.
Alright. So yeah, you referenced the text message and you said your old head and your old rap partner and stuff like that. So what made you and Reiko actually fall out? Like why y'all, you went your way, he kind of went his. Like,
yeah, that was another thing about the recent shit that took place with that bullshit battle.
Oh, but we gonna get to that. Yeah. So yeah, but I just want to know. Yeah, go ahead.
A touchy subject right there, basically, because that was actually the only real thing that was said. Me and my old rap partner fell out over Allen Iverson deal. This is when Allen Iverson was still playing for the Sixers. He was the man. He was always running through the city. He basically had the keys to the city on the low. He was the first nigga to take me to a club underneath a building that I didn't even know was there. Like, and it's literally on Broad Street, like Broad and South. It's underneath a building. Like, I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, how the hell? Like, I swear to God, everybody rides past this building and don't know it be like, it's a club underneath the building. Like, that shit was wild. Like, what the fuck? We in the back cave, nigga. But, shout out to Allen Iverson. Shout out to Ty Gracie. LNS, I don't know if they still doing anything or not, but
LNS ain't one Scolito, the boy that rap with Freeway now. He was one of them, right?
Right.
Because they used to be down Club Flow.
Right. And he had a rap partner and shit.
Yeah, right. It was two of them, right?
Mm-hmm. And at the time, Iverson was like, I'm fucking with LNS, Ty Gracie, Cyssero. That's gonna be the squad. You know what I'm saying? And he took us to the studio, and out bubble fuck somewhere, and we get to the studio. Studio was dick sucks. I'm like, this studio all that, you know what I'm saying? And I just wanted to rap, cause I asked the boy like, yo, y'all got, cause back then instrumentals used to be the shit. I'm like, yo, y'all got this Nas instrumental? He was like, man, I got every instrumental there is, man. I got them all on vinyl too. I'm like, oh yeah? I was like, I want that motherfucking That It Ain't Hard to Tell joint. Banging ass Nas joint from Illmatic and shit. So I go in there and just rap on that from the beginning as soon as we get in the studio. And the nigga Iverson walk in like, ew, who that? You know what I'm saying? Like, he started listening. And then he was like, yo, come on out. You can finish that later. He was like, I want all y'all to do this freestyle together. And he pulled up one of his beats, some original shit or something. And it was some hard ass beat that had like some dribbling and shit in it. And he was like, you know, this is gonna be the first joint I pass. I'm giving this to Cool, I'm giving this to everybody. So he was like, I want Todd Gracie to go first, LNS go, and Cyssero go. And I'm like, alright, bet. So everybody was going, and it was Reek's turn to go. This nigga says no. And was like, man, I'm not rapping. And he had these ways about him. He ain't fuck with everybody. He ain't want to rap with everybody. And I'm like, this Iverson though, bro. You talking about signing niggas, putting niggas on, you feel me? You should probably do it, because if you don't, I'm going to. You feel me? So I went and did it. And Iverson was looking at Reek like, you ain't gonna go jump on the joint? I just told everybody to get on there. Reek just ain't do it. I'm like, wow. Fuck it. I don't know what to tell that nigga. I don't know what to tell him. And come to find out, you know, Iverson's you know, A&R and his team and the lawyers and all of that called me and Reek management. It was like, yo, that nigga Sis ready. We want to sign Sis. But Reek, he ain't hungry, man. So we ain't gonna sign him. But we ain't saying he can't tag along. He can come with Sis. Sis can bring him around and all that, but we not gonna sign him. And he felt some kind of way about that and took that shit out on me. You know what I'm saying? And you know, me and him ended up getting into a bullshit tussle over it. You know what I'm saying? There was no punches thrown. Nobody was bleeding. Nobody got beat up. It was just a tussle, and I understood it. You know, it was his frustration, but it was also a hint of jealousy in there for me. And from there on, I was just like, I can't do this no more, man. It's becoming a little too personal for you, where it's not for me. I don't have these feelings toward you where I wanna fight you, cause I fucked up. If I didn't go into the studio when Iverson told me to, and he said he wasn't signing me, I would know why he's not signing me. Please tell me that makes sense though, Shaw. He kind of was mad at me, like I threw salt on him. Like I made sure that he didn't have nothing to do with it. It was like, why would I do that, nigga? I make sure you a part of everything I do. So it was like, after that went left, that's what happened, man. I fell out. You know, we actually did meet up at Flow one day, because Flow was always the spot. And I always kept my regular routine going, you know. If it was Industry Tuesdays, you know, Flow Thursdays, whatever it was, I was there. And, you know, I see him there. And he was like, you know, I just wanted to let you know, you know what I mean? You still my nigga, that's my bad, you know what I'm saying? I was going through some nut shit, you know what I'm saying? Some shit at the time. I forgot his exact words, but you know, it was a brotherly apology, you know what I'm saying? We both knew he was wrong, but I wasn't gonna hold it over his head or nothing. So, you know, we got past it. But our careers was going in different directions, because, you know, at this time he had real things going on, and you know, he was playing in the streets a little bit. And around that time, I was taking rap super serious. So, you know, we kind of just, you know, grew apart from there.
Right.
But you know, it's still love with my nigga. Whenever I see him, it's always love.
Okay. Alright, so getting back to the Meek situation a little bit. At this point in time, he had came with the my bag joint. He had a couple joints on the radio, and then at some point in time, you had a couple joints on the radio. Know what I mean? And you had some stuff spinning. Then you had a joint, the Swag It Out remix, and was he on that?
Yeah.
So you had him and a couple other people on there too, like a couple people from the city on that joint. So you had a nice little wave going. Yeah. And then this one, he had got booked the first time.
Right.
With the situation with the cops, the undercover cops and shit like that. And so he gets booked, And then it seemed like from perception, because I'm not you and I wasn't in your circle, and I mean that. So just perception wise, looking at it, looked like all the momentum kind of shifted behind you, because you was the next guy up with the songs on the radio. You seemed like you was popping, and it seemed like a lot of people that was behind him kind of shifted behind you. Like, if speak on the accuracy of that. Is that accurate, or
it's a little accurate. It's a little accurate.
So speak on that whole spill, like.
And that's another thing that drew another wedge between me and Meek too, because he didn't like that I was strong enough and had put in enough work enough for people to take my music serious for it to go directly to the radio. Because remember, before that I was a little quiet. You know what I'm saying? And we was just dropping mixtapes and all that, and he jumped to the radio before me with singles that was present time. Because remember, I was already getting played on the radio before him. So, you know what I'm saying? And so it wasn't like niggas wasn't going to hear me out and see what I had. It's just that I wasn't in that song making process, and he was. So In My Bag was killing, and Swag It Out was killing. And then You Know Me, I'm So Fly, that came out. Then In the Air. And it was funny because we both was working with Sap. You know what I'm saying? So all his bangers was coming from Sap, and all my bangers was coming from Sap. So, you know, with that happening, and Cosmic Kev taking a liking to both of us, and then I don't want to speak too much on this situation because, like I said, I don't be trying to offend niggas or piss niggas off. It just be my truths. It be my story. So at the end of the day, Meek and Kev fell out over some business they had, and right around this time, it did seem like that's what happened when he went to jail the first time. All his momentum kind of did shift to me. You know what I'm saying? And it was only because he wasn't there. You know what I'm saying? I already knew when he came back out, he was going to get his spot back. You know what I'm saying? So it wasn't like I was the dude that was all hyped like, yeah, I'm #1 now, or some bullshit like that. When Swag It Out came out, and My Bag was getting kind of old. And that was another reason why I kind of was like, everything was shifting over to me. You know what I'm saying? And so it was almost like we was battling a little bit, the way certain motherfuckers was looking at it. Like, every time Meek come out with a banger, then just come out with a banger, and but it was really just the same people working the whole shit, like playing the records. It was just the same DJ, and Charlie Mack was behind Meek at that time. And when Meek got locked up, Charlie Mack got in contact with me and told me, I like what you're doing, youngin. What you're doing is crazy right now. I like what you're doing. And he was like, let's link up, you know, let's talk some business. You know what I'm saying? You know how you talk and shit. I'm like, ain't no doubt. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh shit, this nigga Mac just asked me just told me you fuck with my shit and he like what I'm doing and all this. So, you know, that's another accolade, you know what I'm saying? So then we link up together, me and Charlie Mack link up down Broad South at the cafe. We had some drinks. And then I had bought some new music down there, let him listen to the new music. He like, yeah, I'm fucking with that. That's fire. I can fuck with that. And the whole time he's saying, I can fuck with that. And I'm like, yeah, sound about right. So at the same time, niggas didn't even really know that Mac was fucking with Meek and fucking with me too, you know what I'm saying? But I was telling Mac, like, me and Meek both need the same push. You know what I'm saying? But he wanted to focus one at a time. Maybe if I would have been okay with being the artist behind Meek, we probably would have been signed to the same label at the same time. Niggas don't even know that. But I don't think Meek was feeling that too much neither. But that's just a guess. I ain't never talked to him about it. Around that time, Charlie wasn't sure if Meek was coming home.
Right, because this time, this what I was saying, why the momentum shifted, because it was rumors, like they was throwing it out there real in the street, like, yo, Meek might be down for 5 years, you know, you talking about the gun and all that, right, so he might be going, so a lot of people didn't know if he was going to come right back out, so a lot of people kind of was doubting him and left him, you know what I mean, like, lost hope in him, for real.
Yeah. And then that's another thing that kind of drew a wedge between me and Meek. Meek looked at me like, oh yeah, you're my #1 threat. You're my competition. Because he watched it. I gotta tell this story, even though I don't want to piss nobody off, but it's old. Kev called me in the middle of the night and was like, guess who I just was talking to on the phone? I said, who? He said, Meek. I said, oh yeah, how you doing? He said, he mad at you. he grinding you the fuck up. Like, why? You know, what'd he say? Meek called Kev. Yo, while I'm in jail, sitting in here, listening to 99, I don't even hear it in my bag. All I hear is swag it out. You gonna let this nigga come through and just get a wave out of nowhere? That nigga was quiet for a minute. He was in his feelings about that shit, you feel me? So these things is getting back to me. Now I'm hearing these things. I ain't really acting on it, but these are the things that I'm putting in my back pocket. You know what I mean? That's ammunition. Like I said, I ain't coming at nobody. I ain't gonna write no diss records on my man. I still got love for him. But these my truths, nigga. This shit real. You know what I'm saying? So this is all happening. This is when I'm finding out. Oh yeah, Meek looking at me a little different. You know, he looking at me a little different. He looking at me like, yo, sis is the threat. If I don't get out of here, sis gonna take over. I gotta get out of here. You know? So, you know, I'm glad he did come home, because I remember me and Hattie and Vok. Kev called me, Hattie, and Vok and said, come up to the station. We gonna do a little go crazy freestyle session. And, you know, me and Kev was doing business, you know? And Kev loved Vok and loved Hattie, so he like, oh, y'all come up and kill it. And me and Had and Vok, we all saying free Meek, because we know he listening. And, you know, I always was trying to find a way to show the nigga love. We know he in there listening. Trust me, I know too, especially after what Kev just told me. You know what I'm saying? And I don't think Kev was telling me to start now, but he was definitely putting me on alert that, you know, Meek was looking at me like a threat. And in a way that's good and in a way that's bad. So it was up to me on how I wanted to deal with it, how I wanted to go about it. And I decided not to make it an issue, because I could feel where you're coming from. You know, you sitting down, you in jail, you got shit all hot, and then here come this nigga. Come take the whole wave, you know what I'm saying? And doing basically the same shit I was doing. So, but we did that, John. We went up to the come up show and did that freestyle, me, Hattie, and Vok. We had a lot of fun. There was a lot of love, and we was all saying free Meek through the whole John. So we know he heard it, just to, you know, send that message, man. We good. I ain't tripping. You know? And that's when I was running around. Niggas don't know that song really took me from Philly to Virginia. I was down in fucking Virginia and all that shit, performing Swag It Out. You know what I'm saying?
I was about to say, yeah, you definitely, I was going to ask you, talk on that too, because you definitely, when that song was out, you got shoes and,
yeah,
I mean, a lot of stuff from that.
You know what I'm saying? Every which way, every time you go on Facebook, it was a new Cyssero flyer. You know what I'm saying? My face was popping up on the front of everything when Swag It Out and had came out, and then In the Air really solidified it. Everyone In the Air dropped. In the air, put your hands up, in the air. When that shit came out, that really solidified that I was a music maker, a single maker, and that I could perform very well. You know what I'm saying? So now I'm picking up my own artist money and my own artist credentials and my own artist BDS and, you know, BMI and all that cool shit, you feel me? And hitting top 40 and shit like that. So that was just crazy, man. That was a crazy time. And, you know, when In the Air hit after Swag It Out, it was just another run of more money, like, and more shows and more groupies, like groupie love, like what the fuck, like, you know what I'm saying? And that shit be fun, man. You know, so that's what that was. That shit was all that.